Auto work now. Oh!
Hey everybody, it's Durger time. Welcome back to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2016, Billy Corgan's NWA, and it's the first episode of the new year, 2020. So I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. I kind of took a couple days off, almost kind of a week off, really, of kind of booking some stuff and kind of spent some time editing the next episode of Overbooked, which should be out pretty soon, I'm hoping, as well as some working on some little minor projects. But we're back, and we are here to kick off the new year with another episode of the NWA. From the last episode that we had a pretty good show. I mean, overall, we kind of ended up dipping in our ratings a little bit, but, you know, overall, we had a pretty good match with Nick Aldis and James Storm. We set up some new people. We got the Ascension showed up, which was cool. We're kind of building up some of our tag team division. We still have some people in the wings waiting to come in, including Luke Harper. Let's take a look at our mail. YouTube's USA division is unhappy with the quality. I don't know how they put up just indiscriminate videos of, you know, nothing, but that's fine. We got a .13 rating, though, which is actually pretty good. And Brody doesn't connect with the fans, Anderson doesn't like him, and James Storm doesn't like Ricky Starks. So we got some division in the locker room we got to worry about. We need to sign Icarus a gimmick. Brody, Josephus is upset about something. What are you upset with? A poor new gimmick change. Yeah, I'm a little upset with that too. But, you know, that is what it is. You know, I might move him up from opener, and I might give him a bonus. He should be enhancement talent. All right, I'm going to give him mid Carter, and that should hopefully make him a little bit happier. Would he have a bad debut for his push or no, his heel disposition? I don't know. But he is upset about it. We'll deal with it. We have Brody in. Let's go ahead and give him his indie name. I don't really know what I want to do with him quite yet. I mean, it feels almost like the obvious thing would be to put him with Josephus. But we probably should do something else other than just have him in the Colt gimmick. He's a main eventer. He's a heel. Do we need another heel is the question. We have two faces. No, that's not right. Tim Storm should be a heel. He's set to turn. Which is funny because I kind of want to swap him and Nick Aldis eventually because Nick Aldis plays a better heel. Actually, they play about the same. But so we might do a double turn at some point, but not quite right now. I don't think, at least. But we do have to take that into account that we don't actually have a lot of faces in the main event scene at all. Actually, we really have very few faces, which, I mean, is fine. You know, it's not as important to have that many faces versus heels. You kind of want a few people fighting a legion of assholes, basically. So, I mean, you know, we have two upper mid-carders that are face, one lower mid-carder that's a face, two more in a tag team. Nick Aldis is a face in the main event scene. Tim Storm is actually a heel. Trevor Murdoch is a face in the upper mid-card scene. So not horrible. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to move him to babyface. I'd rather him be heel. I think we'll keep him heel. Really stacks the upper card with heels though. But that's fine. Is there someone we could turn maybe? I mean, we could probably turn James Storm face. Aaron Stevens, you want to keep heel for sure. Eli Drake has been a face before, but I feel like he's also still a better heel. I mean, they're all better heels, to be honest. We'll prepare a turn just to see. Might work out for us. I'm not super concerned about it. Just have some production department issues. Do I want to actually upgrade any of these? 20,000 a month? No, not really. 7,500 per show? Not really. I'm fine with where we're at. We'll take the hit. It's not that big of a deal. Gives us a bit of a bump, but I don't want to start splurging and losing all that money because we might not be making money for a while. So we want to kind of keep that cushion, that investment that we have, and maintain it. Icarus needs a gimmick as well. What? Cocky. So let's give him a gimmick. I mean, we probably could just do arrogant heel. It's kind of generic, but it will work. Give him a bit of that. All right, let's. I don't think we have anything else backstage to deal with, so let's go ahead and fast forward, and hopefully nothing crazy happens in the meantime, and we'll get over to Power. Okay. Oh no, Randy Orton was hurt badly. Strained his groin. Well, that sucks for him. Finn got called back. Conor McGregor joined WWE. Well, a lot of interesting things happening over there, huh? For us, though, we are just staying the course, doing our own thing. PCO has joined NWA. And Eddie Edwards has won the national heavyweight title for the NWA last night on Impact, which is kind of cool because we did make a territory title, and so it can go around basically through the location. I think what we'll do is maybe we'll bring Eddie Edwards in. Could be kind of fun. And Brody King's joined NWA, so we have Villain Club. Traditional Villain Club. I heard there were some comments saying that we should have Villain Enterprises, not technically Villain Club, that we should have maybe made our own, which I'm fine with doing, but I think when we're building up the roster, I have no problem bringing some established people over to work it. And, they have that established chemistry and relationship, and sometimes that's useful for us. And it doesn't mean that we're going to keep them around forever, or even if we're going to keep them, as the same group, but we are going to keep them as a team to kind of build that relationship. So let's go ahead and add that to it. Like I said, we could always add people to it. We could always remove people. We could always break it up, dissolve it. More people could even join. That could be kind of a storyline building up. There's a lot of options with it. Don't discount the idea just because we're bringing it in that it's going to be the same. But sometimes you want to have a starting point. We also want the cult of Josephus as a stable, because we haven't had that built up. Josephus, and then we have the Ascension, Connor and Victor, right? Not Trevor Murdoch. That would be kind of funny. So some interesting elements there. 2 heel stables, and maybe we can make a third stable to fight them. But they're kind of more of a loose enterprise than anything else. Though the Marty Scurll's villain enterprises might not actually end up being heel. He's always been kind of a anti-hero, though he is scheduled as a heel here, which is fine. He works well as a babyface too, in his own weird way. So we have Power tonight. Can we get talent trade? Let's see if we can borrow from Impact Eddie. Where's the... It's not talent trades. Borrow from... I swear there's a borrow from option, and I'm just not seeing it. Under relationships, right? No. I don't remember where to find this. Thought it was under alliances originally, but apparently not. Because we could just talent trade. Let's see. What do you want? If I bring in Eddie Edwards for like an appearance or something. Well, let's see. Will you just let me give you a person? For one appearance? I would think you would. Perfect. There we go. Cool. So we can bring him in. Maybe we'll have a match with him to do a national battle. Would be kind of fun. We can see how that plays out. And it gives us... What's nice about the Alliance titles is that, we only have one. We might want to do another one. We might want to do a tag team and maybe even a women's. Could be interesting. We don't have to go crazy right now, but the idea with this is that it's kind of a cool floating belt that allows people to kind of come in and out, gives you something else to fight for, which is always fun. Oh, damn it, it was right there. Alliance loan, which does cost a little bit more because there's an admin fee, but you don't have to trade anybody. Though there's a limit to how often you can do this. Though what's nice is that if I wanted to, I could just go, hey, I need, I guess I could take, I need Cody. $12,000 per appearance. Jesus Christ. Holy crap. Like, I want to bring him back. I want to bring Uno in or something. What's Jungle Boy? Kenny Omega costs so expensive. I mean, I am planning on doing some stuff with a bunch of these rosters. What's Chris Jericho cost? I'm afraid to even look at. $25,000 appearance. Though how cool would it be for just Chris Jericho to randomly show up on an NWA? That would be a pretty big deal. Huh. What would it cost for a talent trade? Just curious. Just wondering. What could I give you for one appearance? Would you take that? I don't think I have anybody that they would be willing to take. What would the cost be even? for one appearance on a talent trade. If I were to do like 5 appearances, probably like 50. I'm just curious now. I don't even have any plans for this. I hope it lets me back out if I say no. It's probably too valuable for him. Okay, so for $55,000 plus his fee, we could get Chris Jericho for like 5 shows. I'm assuming we can't do 10. No more than 6 dates at a time. Well, we're definitely planning a tournament, probably after this pay-per-view, between all of the alliances. And we might set up an extra alliance championship or something like that. Because what I'm thinking of doing is, for the titles, I think I want a national heavyweight is our big main event alliance title. It can go on all the different shows. We probably want a women's division championship, NWA. Like, we'll have to come up with a good name for it. If you guys have a good name for the alliance titles that are separate from the NWA, let me know. Some kind of tag team, alliance title, and and then maybe this sort of a tournament title, because I think we can add a tournament style title here. Can we? Maybe not. So we might just bring them in for a tournament on our end and just make a tournament title on our end, which I have no problem with. That could be kind of fun in its own right. All right, let's go ahead. Let's forward over to Power here. Okay. We do have a locker room incident. Oh, boy. I'm afraid to see what's going on here. Eddie Kingston turned up so high on soft drugs that he had been sent home with no condition to work. Oh, man. Eddie. I don't think we need to fine him. Let's stern warning. Cannot do that. He got worse as a result of that and has not improved the problem. So we have an issue going forward. PCO took Brody King under his wings as a protege. That's good. Eddie. Well, good thing I didn't have plans necessarily to put him in a match tonight. Let's meddle. I do want to get some type of protege relationship going on here. Nothing. Bummer. So Sasha's out because she's working elsewhere. So is Eddie Edwards, who we hired out. So that might not be that useful. I kind of wanted him on the show tonight, but I guess that's not going to be the case. It's not a big deal, but we don't necessarily need the national title on the show right now, but it'd be nice. Atlanta Power Studio is where we're going, of course. And we are expecting 1,700 fans. Last time we were a sellout, which I am fine with again if we get there. I think there's a small bonus. I mean, guys, let me know if you know. I don't know, some of you guys are a little bit more knowledgeable about the back workings of this. I think there's a bonus in terms of popularity if the show sells out. So it actually could be beneficial for us if we pack the entire building. I don't know whether it's a popularity boost or whether it's a boost to the ratings of the actual show, but I know there is some kind of bonus, so it could be helpful. All right, so we got 60 minutes to book some stuff. We got a couple people missing, but nobody drastic, so let's go ahead and book it. Boy, it is hard to book a lot of storylines with only 60 minutes, but we did a couple. Let's see how it goes. So we start the show with some of the women's division, just trying to give them some popularity, some overness, because that's really the big issue with them right now. Obviously, Sasha's not on the roster right now because we have her out on loan. But we have Ashley Vox and Thunder Rosa defeating Kimberly and Marty Bell in 5 minutes. Thunder Rosa defeats Marty Bell with pinfall. It's not great. We built up a little bit of the storyline, but actually lost heat from it. We got to get them over as quickly as possible is kind of the problem. And it's not working. So, a bit of a problem. We move on from there to a promo where Dave Marquez interviews Nick Aldis, and Aldis says that he wants a title shot. Ends up confronting Tim Storm, who comes out, saying that you've already had your shot. How many shots do you want to get? But if you really want to, I accept. We can have it. That kind of situation. It does okay. It's not great, actually. Its rating's not fantastic. Did get the crowd hotter, though, which is good. And we do start the quest to reclaim the belt storyline with Nick Aldis as he begins to confront Tim Storm over the belt and will be in the main event tonight to try to reclaim it. And let's turn him. Boop. So in this segment, he completely turns into an asshole. Nick Aldis is the absolute babyface, and Tim Storm is a lying, cheating heel. And we maintain that. It works perfectly. We move on to the debut of Villain Enterprises, who take on the Wild Cards, who basically are our jobbers right now. They defeat them in 8 minutes. PCO defeats Royce Isaacs by pinfall. We protect Latmere a little bit, who's not suited for his gimmick, though, unfortunately. Brody King gets above average rating for Badass, and so does PCO, gets him a great gimmick debut, which is awesome. Got the crowd hotter. The announce table worked really well together, which is cool. It's actually a pretty good match for the lower mid-card. Not bad at all. Royce was definitely the weak link here, only having a 27, which is a little rough. But PCO and Latmer actually kind of brought the thing back up. Might do something with these two. They're both about evenly matched. We got to get Latmer a better gimmick. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe bringing them back into Dissension at some point. Maybe we do something with PCO and them first, and give him something to make him dive into his own depths or something like that. It could be fun. Afterwards, Marty Scurll comes out, and he debuts, kind of giving people an idea of who his Villain Enterprises are. He says, the Enterprise is here. It's available for hire to the best bidder. We're here to upset the status quo and make sure that nobody in the NWA is safe. So they kind of sound like mercenary thugs now. But, Marty Scurll gets his debut. The whole group is here. It actually doesn't do very well, unfortunately. This gets an E+. Wish I had the dirt sheet. I wish I knew who was the weak link here. I'm assuming probably Brody King. But I would have thought Marty's popularity would have brought him up on this, but I guess not. Better match. So we have a comedy match. Trying to see if we can get Cabana and Icarus into some comedy. We have Cabana and Pillman versus Icarus and Caleb. Icarus struggled to his mediocre comedy skills. That's unfortunate. That's a bummer. Gave a crowd a breather. We don't really have any comedy wrestlers for Cabana. I was kind of hoping to find... I would have thought that Icarus's time in Chikara would have given him a better comedy performance rating. I might have to bump that up actually on the in the database, because I feel like anybody that's come out of that promotion should probably have a stronger comedy performance rating. But overall, match is pretty good. Probably would have been better if it wasn't a comedy focused one. But I thought the two of them would have played off a little bit better. But oh well. We have Brian Pillman Jr. defeating Icarus and taking the win for his kind of ragtag team of Cabana and Pillman, giving them some chemistry together, see who kind of clicks with who, and giving Pillman another win as we kind of start to shoot him up the upper mid card. It seemed like a pretty good match. I mean, overall, I don't think there's much to say about it. Pretty standard, pretty decent. What do we have for a turn here? Right, gave him his gimmick. Let's go ahead and complete the gimmick change. Below average, unfortunately. Well, not much I could do about that. Short match. We have Aaron Stevens defeating Trevor Murdoch very quickly in 5 minutes. It's pretty good. Not much to say about it. Got the crowd hotter. Just giving Aaron Stevens a quick win. And then following that, we get the debut of Brody Lee, who gets a below average rating for his gimmick, which is unfortunate. We'll have to maybe look at it and change it. Aaron Stevens rants about superiority on the mic after winning, and then is attacked by a debuting Brody Lee, kind of giving him a quick debut with not much to say, but letting him kind of beat up the chicken shit heel and hopefully getting a bit of a pop from it as well. Does well. 50 D plus is technically the highest rating that we've had on the show so far, so not bad. We have our main event. It's not 100% fantastic. Tim Storm definitely the weak link here. Decent reaction, but subpar wrestling. Nick drew with Tim Storm in 11 minutes following a double disqualification due to a lot of different interferences because the entire Villain Club, after it looked like Tim Storm was going to lose, came out and targeted Aldis. Got attacked by PCO, Brody King. Everybody basically attacked him and ended up getting the entire match disqualified. Gained heat with the crowd. We kind of increased that storyline. Not bad, but a little underwhelming in terms of performance due to Tim Storm's wrestling performance, unfortunately. And we end the show with Tim Storm celebrating with Villain Enterprises, and they all attack Aldis while he's on the ground, while Tim Storm holds up his belt. So clearly the Villains for Hire did in fact get paid, and it seems that Tim Storm has hired them as thugs to protect him from Nick Aldis. Rough rating here for us. Star power definitely is a problem for us probably right now. It did increase our popularity, so overall that's all that matters. We did lose popularity in one region, but gained popularity in 7. We don't have enough interesting storylines going on. We have a lot of storylines. It's hard to actually get a lot of them showing at once with only 60 minutes. So something we might have to work on. I'm afraid to do very, very short matches, but even that main event was only like 12 minutes. But we'll have to really make sure that every minute counts in terms of our stories. See what we got here. Sasha Banks back from the loan. YouTube's unhappy. Yeah. Okay, point 14. Let's take a look and see what our good momentum. No prestige, though, which is unfortunate. And our ranking is 14th, which I think is like basically the bottom. It seems like we kind of took a hit all the way across, but Southeast is up, which is good. Where were we Southeast originally? Well, 35. So we kind of actually took a dip everywhere in terms of importance. Oh, no, we didn't. I was looking at popularity. So actually popularity, we lost 1 in Southeast. So we need maybe... I don't know. That's a tough one to say. Our product is rated equal on popularity and performance, which probably actually isn't that realistic for us. I feel like we're probably more of a popularity focused, but honestly, this probably gives us a bonus if we can get some better performers. Let's take a look at our creative meeting real quick. Who are our hidden gems out there that we might look at that might work for us? Cole Matthews, Madison Eagles, Ty Mercer. Let's take a look at some of these. Decent popularity, nothing amazing. Strong rumble skills, though. Very strong camera and strong entertainment. Veterans of War with Jax Dane. And not that inexpensive, too. I'm not very familiar with this guy. Looks like he was in AIW. He was an NWA main event veteran in one of the other promotions. He used to be in TNA. We'll put him on a short list right now. Oh, I think I already had him on a short list. I'd like to take a look at his tag team partner, too. Jax Dane is working at IPW. Used to wrestle with Raymond Rowe. Interesting. Not very popular, a little bit more popular in the Southeast. Kind of weak everywhere. Strong physical, strong performance. Not fantastic. I don't know if it would be worth bringing him in, so I don't think them coming in as a tag team would be worth it. Madison Eagles, we know. I don't know if... She's not very popular here. She's more popular in Australia. Oddly, no popularity in Japan anywhere on here. Considering that she's in Shimmer, you'd think, but it might not be a bad get for us. What would we look at? We have a higher scouting level here. So C for brawling isn't bad. C plus is all around for some basic wrestling, which is nice. Good in psychology, good safety. Nice star appeal. Or star quality. No menace. It's not a bad option, actually. 1,000 per show. We'll add it to a short list. What would we get? Would be 820. Would be the lowest we could get her for, maybe. She would want 1070. I have to check where our roster is financially here. That put you pretty high up. Who's our highest paid? Sasha right now at 1,800. Oh boy. I mean, I think the women's division needs somebody stronger. So I don't hate that option, to be honest. Definitely something we could do. I mean, the other one, someone had recommended Taya Valkyrie, which wouldn't be a bad option. We can always pull her in, though, because Impact and AAA, she's already there, basically. PPA is very low. Madison might be a better get for us to keep, though, if we can keep her. Let's see what we can do. If I can get 3-year not covered, give you a hiring veto, and one of our icons. 950 is not bad. Giving Sasha someone to work with and potentially building up Madison as a favorite here could be very helpful, because that women's division is a little underperforming right now, and that's something we have to work on. Who else did we have in our creative meeting that looked interesting? We looked at Tommy Morris, Tim Donst, I don't know. Jimmy Rave. Nicole Matthews. We can look at Nicole Matthews too and just see. Another shimmer. Priced lower. Oh, could we get her for... Could we get you for like 700, 750? It might be worth it. Just to bring some talent in. 500 a month down, I think would work. 540, that'll work. Okay, I'm comfortable with that. That seems like a pretty good price here. And we also should just look at real quick, just anybody that's unemployed. That, let's say, is a regional star. Well, I mean, that ain't happening, but we want to hire. See who's out there that, right, because he hasn't rejoined. That's interesting. I don't know if we need more people. I feel like John Hennigan would not be a bad option, but that price is significant. I'll shortlist him. The fact that he's available and not employed anywhere makes him very valuable. We're too small for him anyways. Well, that's fine. And Enzo doesn't want to... Yeah, he's now on hiatus, so he is not interested in coming back right now. Colin Cassidy would work with us. I feel like his wrestling, though, is pretty weak. Very popular, though. I'm going to put him on the short list because there is always some room that we could do some stuff with him there. But I think for the most part, it was really the women's division that's lacking there. Though, I mean, some of our roster is underperforming in general, but I think once they become a bit more popular, it'll help us overall. All right. Well, it was a little bit of an underwhelming episode of Power, but I think we are at least moving forward. We have another episode of Power, and then actually a couple more episodes, and I believe Into the Fire is week 2 of December. So we have 2 more episodes of Power, I believe, and then the pay-per-view. I did set up some other pay-per-views. We're kind of running it on an almost quarterly. So we have Into the Fire on week 2 of December. On February 1st, we're going to have Hard Times. Then we have in April the Crockett Cup. And we have Contest of Champions, which will be sort of our 3-hour, more season finale kind of thing. And we might do another smaller event in here that won't be maybe like a 1.5 hour or 2 hour event as well. Because I do want to do that sort of alliance match. I don't know whether maybe we'll do that later, but I kind of want to do it sooner than later because I want to start utilizing some of that alliance and maybe using some of their roster as advantage. I kind of really want to do a intra-alliance like tournament of some sort for some type of championship, but we will see where we will place that. But first, we have Into the Fire to deal with. So let's go ahead and call it a day today. I'll see you next time for the next episode of Power. Have a good one.